Okay, everyone. So I am today going to start off with the protection, the safety protection and healing medbed bubble ball that I um, ended with last night. Now, something had happened where I just got really nervous or something like that. It's not nervous. It was like there's moments when I'm speaking at times where I'm noticing though that um, I forget what I can't think straight. And so I know there's some spiritual attacks that are occurring. But again, working through that and working on that. But with that being said, because I know I'm really trying to push this message out, and the more that I try to push it, the more I'm going to get pushback on this. So that's why I think that it's in my best interest, our best interest, to start every session off or every video off with protection and safety and healing. So I'm gonna do it. And again, I'm gonna try to close my eyes and be in my own space for a minute just so that I can focus and get used to doing it like this. Moving forward, I should be able to keep my eyes open and keep eye contact. But it's going to be a minute. I'm going to probably do it like that. Anyways, here I go. So this is good information. Like this is how I do mine. Everybody does theirs differently. So I want to give this as an example for you, any of you who are not yet familiar with the fact that you need to give yourself spiritual protection, period. And once I am able to start speaking about my timeline, which it's maybe going to be tonight, we'll see. I'm kind of trying to fill out where I'm being directed and I'm trying to feel it in the moment. I have an idea prior to this, but I am trying to ensure that I'm not letting my ego monkey mind control and my old programming control what's coming out of here, control my throat chakra. And I'm really trying to use this new creative way to get over release a lot of stuff for me. And we're going to get into all this, but okay. So, anyways, I just wanted to ensure I am getting this across that if you are unaware that you need to keep yourself protected, I'm going to be speaking a lot about this because I know that this is one of the reasons on my journey and my soul contract has agreed to assist humanity and the collective in this moment is to speak about this is why I am supposed to speak my timeline, speak my truth, tell my story, and inspire with my story because it was so unique. It was so, or it has been, sorry. It was though. It was because I'm in a new, I'm in a new level. I'm in a new dimension and so are you. And if you don't feel like it yet, you're on your way. So, anyways, just know that if you haven't started researching into that, let this be your seed that I'm planting for you. Just throwing that out there for you if it resonates. And as always, if this resonates for you, awesome, because you are on the path of an amazing life. And if this does not resonate for you, kindly leave and yeah, go find something else that entertains you and educates you to give you power. This won't give you power if this doesn't resonate for you. So um, I call upon my spirit team and the universe to surround me, all the high vibrational beings with positive intentions that are watching this today and or in the future, surrounding all of their energies, as well as surrounding this YouTube compartment and any other compartments that anybody would be watching this from. So I call upon my spirit team in the universe to surround all these energies with a translucent spherical medbed bubble ball filled with infinite amounts of white light energies of safety and protection, as well as healing, peaceful, and unconditional loving energies. I ask Archangel Michael to place gold light energies around all these energy medbed bubble balls. And then I ask Archangel Michael to also surround all the energy balls with shields to continue further protection and safety for everyone. Lastly, I ask Archangel Michael to place mirrors on the outsides of the shields to deflect and return to sender any negative and low vibrational energies that try to attempt to penetrate any of these energy medbed bubble balls. They will instantly and righteously return to sender for instant and righteous judgment. Invisibility. And so it is. At the end there, I am personally completing the cloak and the invisibility process by using my breath to put protection and safety around all the energy bubble balls. So I hope you could hear that. And I am going to try to get in the habit, I think, of doing this each time. Also knowing that I'm doing it daily anyways. And I'm including everything I just spoke of all the time now moving forward because this is my family. You are my family, the ones that resonate with this. So I am, one of my missions is to help protect the family members in spirit right now, while since I know how to do it now. But I had to learn, I was self-taught. I tried to heal for a minute on this journey without having any understanding of the spiritual side. And we'll go into, like I say, with my timeline and my story about I'll be kind of understood a little bit more once I can explain and my story. And just side note on that, because if I am able to speak on that tonight, I just want everybody to know that my intentions in telling my story and my truth is because this is my story this is who I have been and what this person that has gotten me to this point and all these old programmed ways that have gotten me to this point right now. And there were some scary, hard times for all my life, the majority of my life. And, the reason I am speaking about it is because I have released it and I have gotten to a place that I am no longer in victimhood mentality. I am a survivor of all this, and not just a survivor, but a thriver. And that is where you're heading. And if you're already not there, you are heading there. Just know that that is 100%. I am proof, and I'm my own proof of this myself. I have proved what I am saying to myself through my own research that I've basically put myself through, whether intentionally or unintentionally, most of it unintentionally. But the wisdom is power thing comes into play once you understand that your soul signed a contract before coming into this human experience. And that was, like I said, this is part of understanding the spiritual side of things. Once you really understand that, you're like, okay, like if my soul chose all this, there has to be a reason, because part of, and I can't remember if I've spoke about this already. So if I have, I apologize. But part of one of the reasons that I got oh, see, here I go. I think I just might have forgot what I was going to tell you. Um, Give me a minute. Okay, well, I think I was either way speaking about the spiritual side, that I know that that's one of my missions within my soul contract is to educate those of you who not necessarily educate, just plant seeds potentially If it resonates for you, this is, you know, this is not meant to, I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. Basically, um, if, like I say, if this resonates for you, then you will find power in and some of the information. That's the best way that I can try to say how I experienced receiving my downloads from certain people. And again, I am not for everybody at all. I, again, am going to be so curious to see how many people do resonate with my messages because I know there are others. I am curious to see where we all are. Like I say, I'm really excited because I had to release everybody I've ever known in my lifetime to take this on. And part of my timeline is going to show how my subconscious, my higher self guided me away from my family, even when I didn't know I had to cut them off for good. I just thought I was taking a breather to allow myself time to heal. I had another dark night of the soul in that process. And again, that's in my timeline. But um, oh, that's what I was trying to say here. I'm going to wrap back to that really quick because I really want to make sure that everybody understands. I have to get detailed in my story to be able to have you understand, or at least a little bit more detailed than most people are, because it's in the details. It was the details for me that helped me put the pieces together to be able to release and heal in the way that I have right now. And again, I'm sure I'm not the only one. So, like my spirit team is completely screaming at me to get your story out. People need to hear this. Okay. I've felt this, to be honest with you, since like about 7 years ago. I'm coming up to my 7 year. I mean, it's about 7 years right now when I officially started hard, dedicated, daily, intense healing. But at the beginning of that 7 years ago, I did not have any idea about the spiritual side of it. And I got lucky for the first 2 years of it. I was able to get in some really good, um, higher self, um, induced healing that was coming just naturally. Like I remember during this time period going, wow, I don't know how I just thought to do that, but I just did that. And like, so this would be a thought process after a tricky, or what my old mind would have thought as a tricky moment. Somehow, like I was in flow state. I just navigated myself. And I remember feeling like I was flowing. I was like, wow, that like, just kind of happened naturally. I was like, what? Cool. Awesome. And I remember thinking as well, like, whoa, this is going to be what I'm going to end up helping other people understand, maybe part of it. So, like I say, the only way that I know how to be able to express it right now to people in order for me to inspire others is to show you how low I was, where I was at, and how I got myself up. All by myself. Not one person helping me. I had nobody. Nobody. And that was the other part of why I knew my mission had something to do about me teaching, me giving information based off my own experiences, like experiential spiritual awakener, like I I experienced it unconsciously and then consciously, where I'm like, damn. And it was what I needed. Just a good little start, 2 years right there. And it was beautiful. Oh God, it was literally the best 2 years of my entire lifetime. And I was crying the most I was crying every day because it was releasing. That's how I release. And that's how I'm happy. Like that's one of my it's how my body is. Like I'll cry. And so I've learned to embrace that because I wasn't allowed to cry when I was younger. And so, on top of every other feeling that I had to stuff in because I wasn't allowed to have emotions and be the sensitive or the empath that I was, then I learned how to feel the energies of other people as well. Anyway, sorry, I'm veering. All of a sudden, I started, maybe this is how I'm supposed to do it, right? I don't know if I've said this yet, but this is kind of an experiment as well as I'm using this to my advantage right now to try to figure out how to become my authentic self even more. And I mean, I have done, the amount of videos I've done, I can count on one hand, and I'm already feeling more authentic than I was on my well, I've attempted a lot of these actually. Um, the amount that's online right now, at least. But that was helpful in the process. I needed time to do this where I didn't put any out. And like I say, you'll understand things I was trying to get through and what I had to release. I know after speaking with people in and out of the spiritual community that my journey now at this point, after having been in it for as long as I have, consciously, which is a full conscious 7 years, but technically 27 years. They were knocking at my door. Higher self was like, ready? And I know they were knocking earlier, but that was the first survival, was my first moments, living in the toxic, dysfunctional environment that I grew up in. And again, the message I want to ensure comes across is that the reason I need to speak about my story and get a little more detailed is not to hurt anyone. It's not to put anybody down. I take full like I feel so much sadness for my family because I know that they're in that much pain. Because this is why knowledge is power. This is why I had to understand what a narcissist is by being conned before I realized I was getting conned and scammed by my own family too. But for real, like I say, once I tell the story, it'll make sense. And that's what I'm saying is there's this kind of gets weird and creepy, and so it could come off that well, anyways, there is no way it's going to come off. It's the intentions are to show people, to help guide you how to get through and up if you've only known low vibration. And that's the point of understanding narcissists. Narcissists are low vibrational, period. So if you grow up in a whole family full of them, you're growing up in low vibrations, period. That's all you know. So you're programmed that way. You have to reprogram yourself to not be low vibrational when that's where your subconscious is going to go. So that was another fight. And like I say, telling my timeline and my story is going to help express and explain what I had to come to understanding of in all these different areas, because it helped me go, oh, okay, yeah, that's why that happened, or that's why that person did that. And then it allows you to release the anger. It allows you to release the fear. It allows you to release survival mode, shame, guilt, all these low vibrations. And then along the path, I also was teaching myself how to, up reprogram. Reprogram means it's time to learn what high vibrational thoughts coming in is like, with affirmations, high vibrational frequency, with sound therapy, high vibrational moments with animals and Mother Earth. um, High vibrational creativity, what that looks like. You get to finally find out who you are when you never were allowed to be who you were. You have to try to understand that there's subconscious things holding you back because you were made to think that being you was a bad thing, and you got in trouble for it as well. So, like, you hid that down hard. Pulling it back up is like, you're like, oh, because you've never seen that person. You've never known that person ever, especially if you're someone like me that experienced low vibration since the womb. So, and I was able to figure that part out as well. It'll come out in the timeline, but when I started doing therapy in the first part of my healing, when I first started, it was in those first 2 years that, well, I had to kind of focus on the guy that conned me and almost attempted to human traffic me and all this stuff, and get past that stuff first and understand that he was a narcissist and and really understanding narcissism and what that means. And it's okay. It's not about judging people. The putting giving somebody a name gives them a name. Giving somebody this name of, this is the vibe. Basically, narcissism just shows that you're at low vibration, period. I mean, I guess that's not necessarily true, because you can get past it, because that's part of the other part of this that I've realized is that I'm an empathic, highly sensitive person that was raised by um and grew up in an environment of low vibrational, narcissistic, toxic, dysfunctional, emotionally immature family. So that's all I knew. And so you have to learn to rise up above that. And my story is going to basically um, show how somebody can do that, just the way I did it. I'm not saying it's the only way. Absolutely not. Obviously not. We all are going to find our own ways. However, if you're someone like myself who had your imagination completely stolen from you as well, because was told that it's a waste of time and like, I mean, that was, yeah. So anyways, to be able for me to get into how that happened and how that like ate up my brain on top of all the other things that were eating away, this is meant to help someone like that has been made to feel like that was bad all these years understand and go, that's why that person did that, because they had it like that and or worse. When you understand and add things like, oh shit, there was incest, it's like mental illness, that there was due to toxins and energy toxic, energy parasites. Then it helps you just kind of go, oh, again, taking away the anger, taking away any fear and guilt and shame, because you know, you finally see it as they weren't doing that on purpose. That's all they knew. And that's where you want to get. So, anyways, I'm sorry I went over 15 minutes and I'm trying to keep this under 15. So, sending everybody my love and gratitude. And yeah, if you have anything special or cool to say about any of this or positive, definitely comment. Thank you.